Hello there. I've had a lovely chat today with one of the team who is starting back up again, and we were chatting about like the fear, and literally visibly could see how nervous she was about getting out there and doing what's doing those little simple things. And so we were like chatting, and I just really wanted to like drill into what was driving that fear kind of thing, because the why is massive, that she has, and she wants it, so everything's there. And it's just this fear that, as I say, was really visible, and I really wanted to like get to the bottom of it to help her. And we had a really good chat, and there was a few things that came through from it. And so I made a couple of notes, otherwise I will forget. And one of the first thing I think was basically like a feeling of overwhelm. So, where do I actually start? What do I actually need to do? And I think sometimes it can feel like, there's lots of tips out there. And I know from my own perspective that sometimes I'll be like, see loads of ideas as to how I can build my business. And rather than it actually firing me up, it paralyzes me, because I'm like, I don't know which way to turn now. So I literally wanted to go over and say, like, this is the key thing. So I said to this lovely lady that just start adding to your stories. And we had a really good chat about how adding to your stories doesn't necessarily feel like quite so scary sometimes. And I was like, people can scroll past anything. So we were digging into that, and it was really interesting because she said they're gone in 24 hours. And I think that's like one thing. But I think it's also as well that people have to physically click. They have to physically click to watch stories. So it feels like somebody is choosing, like you're not forcing it on them. It feels like they're choosing. And the good news is that stories is where it's at. And it is so simple. So I said to her, just use the ready-made pics, use the ready-made videos of the product being stirred, and just get into a habit of putting something in your stories every day. And, whether that in relation to the products, every few days, or, the opportunity with the story pics, more coming for that, about the opportunity to earn. But, just use what is there and just go, right, I am literally going to be, it takes a minute. I'm going to add something to my stories every day. Add a couple of pics to my stories every day. Just make sure there's something there that people are seeing. And that's it. So just start with that. That is like, I can't tell you how big of an impact that will make if you do that. And just do it for a week. Just do that on its own for a week. Just start adding to your stories. And like I say, that's something you can do pretty quickly. All the story pics are made up, and it doesn't feel quite so scary. Like, it's not in your main feed. It's gone in 24 hours. And then we were chatting about, so obviously then you've got the kind of like, well, what will people think of me? That is obviously, it's a real fear, and I do 100% get it. And I always say the same thing. It's like, those people that you were worried about judging you for doing this are already judging you. They're the kind of people that are already going to talk about you. They're already going to be like talking about everybody. So give them something interesting to talk about. I just have to come from it from that perspective. Like, I'm a bit like stubborn and whatever. But there's so many people out there, and the chances are you're holding back on putting something in your story, which takes a couple of minutes, because of what somebody who maybe lives down the road might think. So, we can get over that one. And then I suggested this one as well, because I think sometimes what can actually be scary about starting is not that you're feared of failure, but you're actually fear success. Like, well, what if people actually want to know about these products? What am I going to say? What if they ask some questions? Like, success can feel scary because you're suddenly thinking, so somebody's going to actually buy from me, and then do I have to look after them? Like, it can feel like, have I got enough time in my life for this? Am I too busy? Do I know enough? And all I will say on this one is that, and literally this lady was like, yes, that is definitely a fear too. So they're all like, everybody kind of has the same ones, really. There might be slightly different ones thrown in. And if you've got a fear, let me know what it is. I'd love to like help you with that, see what we can do. Because we literally like, hopefully, I think we got to a point where it's like, it doesn't feel like those things should hold her back, because in actual fact, she's not that bothered what people think about her. Like, she's well aware that people think things anyway. And now she's got one thing to do. Right, okay, just post to my stories. Okay, so I'm not going to feel overwhelmed. I can just do that for a week. Just post to my stories. Get into that habit. Do it for a week. Do it 2 weeks. Just do that. Get that started. Because then your confidence will grow. Because you're like, okay, so I was posting to my stories every day. Nothing bad happened, because like this lady said, nothing bad is going to happen. And then when it comes to like the questions, you know, somebody might see a story. Like I always say, I suggest start with one product. And I think the Active Eyes Berry or Citrus Shots is the perfect product to start with, because it's such an all-round product. It's such an affordable price point. It's obviously our bestseller. It's like, yeah, just really easy to talk about and covers so many bases that so many people want. So focus on one for a start. And so then if somebody like says, tell me about this, then if you don't know what to say, message me, message in the group WhatsApp chat, put it in this Facebook group, just screenshot it, put it there and say, I don't know what to say. And the answers will be there within minutes. And I think it's like, it's going to be very rare that you may be face to face having a conversation about the products. It tends to be online. For the majority of us, you know, we're putting stuff in our stories, so somebody will reply to your story and say, oh, tell me about this. So you've got time. You aren't on the spot thinking, what do I say? You know, how do I answer this? What if they want to know? And a lot of time you're probably thinking of questions that they're going to ask that they haven't even asked yet. So you're scared of what they haven't even asked. I know, because I've been there. Honestly, I get to the same place, you know, and you know, it gets easier, and you get to know things, and you'll literally have literally just things saved that you can just send over that are so quick and easy, that have all of those key benefits in it. But they're not expecting a reply immediately. Like, you've got time. And if you put it in here, you put it in the group chat, you send it to me, whatever way you do it to all three if you want, then guess what? Somebody's going to come back and respond to you and let you know what to say. And then that person over there has no clue that you've gone and asked somebody. But also, if it is face-to-face and you don't know, just literally say, you know what, I've literally just started. I've not had that question yet. I'm going to go and ask somebody who's been in it a while longer than me, and they'll let me know, because I want to make sure I get exactly right info for you. Nobody's like expecting you to be a nutritionist or a like product expert. Like, you really just don't need to be those things. And it is literally a case of somebody will come back to you really quickly, and then you can just share that message, and that person's got no idea that that you've not wrote that or that it's come from somewhere else. And if they do, it doesn't matter, because it just shows you've got support in your business. So yeah, don't worry about it. And then, the other thing was, so I said, you know, just send me a screenshot and message me, put it in the group chat. And she was concerned that she would be bothering me or bothering us. And I'm like, I just need to say this right now, that literally it makes my day. If you message me and say, somebody has asked about this, what can I say? That's me in a happy mood. Like, I'm so happy. I'm happy for you. I'm happy your business is growing. I'm happy that what you're posting is working. And I'm really excited to help you support them. Like, I would far rather have 20, 30, 50 messages a day of people who are asking me about what these products do, or this customer's asked this, or this customer's asked that, or this team partner wants to know this, or this person's interested in the opportunity. What can I say? That's my happy place, is helping you and knowing that your business is growing and you have those conversations going on. So it makes my day. So you're not bothering me. You're literally making me happy. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that. Sorry, you can literally hear the dog flapping and scratching in the background, bless her. So yes, so firstly, keep it really simple. Just stick some stuff in your stories. Everything's there for you. Just put stuff in your stories. Do that for a week, 2 weeks. Just do that. That's it. And then the rest will follow. That'll become a habit then. You'll start doing that automatically. And then you can move on to maybe doing something else. Another little thing. And you do it. You can build this. Small steps gradually. Those small steps add up. You don't need to do this big giant leap into the unknown. You can literally just start with the smallest steps. And don't worry if anybody asks you any questions when you're sharing it, because we've got you. And yeah, the people who would be thinking, why is she putting that in a story? They're already thinking that about everybody. So don't worry about it. So I hope that was helpful. And if you've got any questions, let me know.